All right, I don't know if I'm gonna actually save this VOD or chuck it when I'm done or whatever, but if you're watching this, it means it's at least saved on Twitch. And yeah, gonna play some EverQuest this evening, slightly earlier than normal. We'll see if people figure it out. And yeah, we'll hop in, we'll play for a bit, and then I'll go make dinner, which is kind of the reverse order from usual, but it'll be all right. You'll be okay. Hey, Justin Beard, what's going on, buddy? Fizzle, fizzle, fizzle. Just got home from McDonald's. What'd you get? Some coffee? Hey, Quicksana. What's up, Costanza? What is coming at me? What's up, Archmage? Talet? How am I doing today? Alright, I'm okay. A little tired, man. A little bit tired. Coffee has not been doing it for me today. Hey, Liz, what's up? Get your Ogre Shaman to 8, Talet. How long did it take you to do that? How much have you been playing? Costanza said, I've got some time tonight to set up and play some Quarm. Pretty excited. I'm excited for you. Liz is in Tox Forest. Level 5. Nice. Yeah, as you can see, I've been able to get in and kind of have it sitting in the background while chatting and doing some work and stuff. When was that? It wasn't today, like yesterday. But yeah, I figured I'd do an early stream today. So it's a couple hours early, and then stream for a couple hours. We'll play some EQ, and then I'll cook dinner and do my usual routine and stuff, and be able to figure out whether or not I want to get some more work done before bed or crash out earlier or whatever. But Talet said 16 hours played. Nice. Suinen says, no idea what I'm doing, but I made it to level 6 so far. Is this your first time playing? Yeah, I can't use the new models, Archmage. It looks too hideous. How many of you how many of you are playing EQ for the first time? What's up, Zukin? Not too proud to loot other people's stuff. Basically, first time, launched and spent a couple hours, P99 a while back. Cool. Top Frag Dad said, playing EQ for the first time since 2001. Nice. Oh, man. Hey, what's up first? Dog nurse today? Oh, insufficient mana. Well, shit. First said if I found a spider that size in real life, I'd move 500 miles away. Yeah, no shit. You know how terrifying that'd be? It's so normal. It's so normal in an adventure game. In real life, whoa. Yeah, Liz, I can't imagine Zukin intentionally ignoring you. Zukin's a nice guy. That's what we call him when we're in Slack. His nickname's Nice Guy Zukin. Let me sit my ass down. Tidy Tibbs has played every race class combo and remembers beta when Freeport was a dinky raft with a cliff's edge there and the character models were rough. Yeah, looking at some of the beta EQ beta stuff, it's interesting because it's like sound volume. Is there no music in Steam Font? Oh well. Will Please says, I played from basically launch for 2005. One of my favorite memories was beta testing Anguish. I was in Haas from Drizzle Row. Saw you were Omens War lead designer. Yep. That was what I did. And apparently Haas, well, you were in Haas, the guild, not the player Haas first. Unless you're referring to the guild and not a player name first. Sorry, there's not much music in the background. You're talking to guild. Okay, cool. What's my inventory situation looking like? I might as well sell while I'm over here. This is Quarm. My music and sound bug out sometimes and I have to restart. We've got sound, just not music. So far the main things I'm having some challenges with playing Quarm is one, my hand sucks, so the whole WASD control thing is a little bit, it's kicking my ass a little bit, but that's not Quarm's problem. The camera is a bit shaky. Oh, that's why I had that setting turned down. Oh, Jesus. That's why you use EDSF for your control scheme, because your hand is in a cast? What in the world? Come here, crazy. Did I punish anyone? It looks like a common... did I punch anyone? That looks like a common punching injury. No comments. Camera work is next up on the plan I read, Quicksana said. Nice. What's up, CGAC? Oh, let me adjust the sound again. I'm just punching rats. Miserable weather in Stockholm today. Define miserable. Because the weather here is not stellar. Aaron F. said, I had that injury, but I punched a wall. Doctors did not believe you. Why didn't they believe you? You should have just walked in with a can of Monster Energy and been like, see this? Clearly a wall punching injury. The snake said, nice, I just got done working out. Sea loving robot on. Gonna sing a coffee, play a bit of PQ on my shaman, and then sit in on an MSSA brief. Hope I can cohort. What is an MSSA brief? Microsoft Systems Skills Academy. Oh, interesting. So hopefully my shaky camera action here doesn't turn too many of you off. I can't control it. Oh, staff. Lugo said, Deac player, I believe Secret said yes in an interview with Level Up Larry. I haven't finished that yet. Man, I fought one of these skeletons early on. He had like a two-handed sword, and he smoked me. Hit me for ridiculous amounts of damage. Oh, fuck, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. This is not the way to WASD. I could try just using the mouse. Go full lineage in my control scheme. Liz said, yeah, level 1 skellies with weapons hit up to level 9 or hit or up to 19. Yeah, I was getting hit for some, it was like 12 and 14. Oh shit. Speaking of, this guy may be the one. He may level me. Yeah, dude, look how hard he just hit me. Holy shit. What did he hit me for? 15, 13. Yeah, just back to back. 15 and then 13 was... should grab a Corsair Scimitar mouse. Man, I am on a tight budget. I do not think my allowance would afford that. You son of a... One thing I'll say about Tox is it's less busy than most noob areas. And I've had 2 belts, 2 boxes, and a backpack drop. Look at you. I was mainly just kind of sitting here watching people run around while on a couple calls yesterday. And it was a blast. I think everybody's either at work or asleep or whatever right now. How many people are in here? Oh, I forgot I've got the European keyboard problem. 50 folks in Steam font. Darius said it was playing third person with the DLL that's on Discord. It's not great, but was able to kite as a bard even. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've got to explore if there's a better third person camera or something. I need to check it out. Glurky said, I want to play Quarm, but first person makes me dizzy. It's not my favorite in many scenarios, yeah. Are any of you going to try any alternate rule sets? Quixana asks. Usually Steam Font's also more competitive. I think one, maybe the super crazy newbie rush is over. 2, it's a weird time of day for Americans. So Cookie said, shaman munching on folks. There we go. Like you said, I don't know how y'all do it. I'm basically looking at chat and listening because I can't watch for too long. Yeah, I don't blame you. Who we got over here? We got... got ourselves a little group. Or maybe not. Dark elf way over here. Beatrice, what's up? You've got a dwarf rogue in Crushbone. Nice. How many of you that are checking it out are planning on playing for the long haul, or are you just kind of hopping in to see some newbies running around? Meruva, I am playing on Project Quarm. Okay. I really want a better third-person camera option. It is a new emulated server. It's going through pop. Quixana is going to long haul. Talet wants to play the full timeline. Liz Biscuits said, playing for long I think, but it'll depend if I can get anywhere without going insane. Insaner. Hope they get that Evolution client rolled out soon. No ETA. Goal is just before Kunark. That'd be cool. Shibi says, bored of P99, want to try it out. We'll see though. Honestly, just waiting for Eminem. I think it's healthy for folks to hop in and while they're waiting on Eminem, get in here, play with us. This cameraman. Sorry if I'm making anybody nauseous. I'm making myself nauseous. Yeah, Justin Beard, it is fall, but I bet it's getting pretty up where you're at. How's my hand doing? The broken finger is doing pretty okay. It's just the pinky next to it is no bullshit twice the size of this pinky. It's super swollen and sore. And I think it has a lot to do. I'm noticing the more I'm typing, the more more sore, whatever. However you English it, the more my hand is sore. So I actually took a little break earlier and was icing it. What's up, Bork Boy? How you doing? Hey, John. I'd planned on potentially streaming on Sunday night, but it wound up being kind of like hit or miss with regards to getting in and some server corrections and stuff like that, and then it wound up being late, and I was just like, I was not going to stay up super late. Oh, I hopped in and looked. I just didn't stream. I was watching Zukin stream and I was watching Larry stream before that, and playing a bit. Obviously not very much because I'm still level 2, but that's how I roll. Larry's cosplay was glorious. I didn't see him when he was cosplaying. Watched him during dinner, and then when I saw Zukin was on, I wound up he cosplayed as FV. Sick shit. I can picture it. I can see Larry pulling that off. Larry is a sexy, sexy man. Uh-oh, shit. Let me look at this. Holy goodness. What in the world? That's perfect. Oh my gosh. Looking good, Larry. Larry, do you shave your chest? How does that work? He's a smooth operator. I'm gonna have to ask him. Next time I pop in there, I'm gonna have to ask him. Be like, I saw the clip. Asking the real questions. Interview chops at work. You know what? It would be fun to interview Larry. Shit. That would be nice. Good idea. Huzzah, that is a brilliant idea. Thank you for contributing. Oh no! F10 TV, I'm playing on Project Quarm. I need to get into my I and get these janky ass skeletons out of here. These skeletons are not original. I'll show you next time. I'll show you. I'm not gonna get too close to this one because he'd probably kill me. What is he? I think he's a normal skeleton. Yeah, he is a skeleton. Rooney loves skeletons. He's a dog. Look at all these bones. See, here's a skeleton. It's not as handsome as the old ones. And it's not as handsome as ours. Take that. Anybody got some platinum on PQ and want to buy some bone chips? I'm almost at 2 stacks. I'm feeling pretty wealthy. I gotta go buy spells and shit. And then I need to take an hour to scribe them and another hour to mem them. Honestly, that is the toughest part of dying right now. Memming spells is the toughest part. So it's a weird exchange. Like, I don't have to loot my corpse, right? I don't have to. Whoa, look at you guys. Hey, handsomes. I don't have to loot my corpse, but I do have to remem, and I was thinking about it, I was like, I like the faster mem time in M&M with having to loot the corpse just from the onset. Like, I think that's a fair exchange. Once you get meditate, memming of spells goes down. But I forget, when do I get that? Is that 8? Backpack. Holy jackpot. I'm going to say 4? Really? Okay. I don't know anything about this game, so I ask a lot of questions. Look at this. Oh man, that's awesome. Oh, I was right? Was I actually right about something EQ related? Don't tell me that shit. Let's see, secrets mentioned, spell save loadouts. Interesting. I dedicate this backpack to Liz Biscuits. Liz Biscuits, who gave me good luck on the backpack front because she said that she found a backpack and what, 1 or 2 boxes? And that put the positive energy out in the air. Google Maps timeline just came up. Apparently, over the last 18 months, I've been to Freeport and McMansion 246 times. It is the coolest looking McDonald's I've ever seen, Justin. But, you know, all joking aside, all complaining about the camera and stuff like that aside, I'm really excited. I've been saying for, what, probably a year now, how excited I would be to have like a new P99 green. And it looks like, unless there's a just massive fall off. Ah, shit. Okay. Unless there's just a massive fall off, it looks like we're gonna have a nice community here. Late night ship posting. Thank you for the follow. I've got to figure out why this damn, why the alert doesn't fire off for follows anymore. Unless it's just you have followed before and unfollowed, or were unfollowed by the man, and then refollowed. I don't think it fires off for refollows. Yeah, Zukin, I saw your post on that. Zukin said, "The hell with P99. Quarm got minor illusion right. This is who we are now. This is what we do." Oh man, I remember using minor illusion on a little gnome enchanter that I had on live in the EC tunnel. I'd always turn myself into a backpack and fire off a bunch of emotes and talk about how someone kidnapped me and shoved me in a backpack. That's what I did for fun. I would just sit there and do that. People are like, what kind of end game are you gonna have in M&M? You can be a backpack in a tunnel, talk shit. Yeah, but what else? No, that's pretty much, that's it. I'm just saying that. I'm just seeing if Nick's listening. first time. I just saw your message first. What, are you made of money? No. No, you can't do that. You're gonna enable me. This is like, I enjoy being rocks. That's a great quote to take out of context. Look at this handsome ass kobold. I really like the way this guy looks a lot. What? More positive energy. I got a small bag now. Today's the day. Did you do anything special to your setup to set up your window resolution? I can't seem to get mine to go full screen. Full screen is Alt Enter, which I guess I should have done earlier. And then I changed the resolution and then it crashed on me. But then when I came back, it was better. I went to 1920 by 1080. I haven't changed refresh rate or any of that shit. But it may crash for you, Subnatural. And if it does, I think that's just life. Give it a few minutes. You'll get some 1018 errors on the way in, probably telling you you're still in game. You'll eventually get back in and life will be better. Or just, yeah, you could just edit the eq.ini file before going in if you're comfortable doing that. I don't know, yeah, I'm not aware of your level of sophistication with computers. If you're an elite hacker like myself, then you can open Notepad and fix that right away. I am lying. I'm actually barely functional when it comes to computers. One winged angel is raiding with a party of 26. That is very kind. I am on Quarm. Yes, I am. Is that where you're coming from? And how are you doing? What's up, Angel? Saw the title of your stream, thought it was a cool concept. Oh, right on. Thank you. How long have you been on? Since day one? Have you beat the game yet? I worked on EQ from around just before Luckland. I was an apprentice. So Luckland through Omens of War minus Gates of Discord. I was not on Gates of Discord. Crackstaff. There we go. And I was a game designer. Thank you for the congrats, Quicksana. I was a game designer. And then after Luckland, pretty quickly became the expansion lead, working for Rich Waters, who is the design director, when he took over. And we were kind of, for Planes of Power, we were It was like all the newbies who took over. It was all the passionate players from customer service who were apprentices for the most part. So, Justin Beard, you know you've been pronouncing Luckland wrong for 20 years. We've had this conversation before. Are you in the Looseland camp? Angel said, I've been on Quarm since start. Yeah, brand new to EQ. Actually, this is basically my first time playing a game on a private server. That is so badass. That is so exciting. I'm so amped to run into people that have never played EQ before, and they're playing either like P99 or, you know, I guess now Quarm. It's really, in all seriousness, it's super exciting. How are you finding it? Crummy Wizard, thank you for the follow. Captain Cube, thank you for the follow. All follower folks, apologies that the little thing doesn't pop up. I've gotta fix it. I don't know why it doesn't pop up anymore. What level am I? Almost 3. Not super far in. Going to casually just kind of continue to play. I started playing EQ again for the first time. Like, I hadn't messed with EQ in any way. I started playing EQ again during the Aerodune TLP in 2020. And that was my first time back. And I only knew about it because I popped on to Twitch and was like, I wonder if anybody plays EQ. And I'd do that like once a year or whatever. And one of the people I was talking to, a guy named Lux, I think, and he was streaming, super nice guy, and he was telling me that the new TLP server was coming out, and he told me what a TLP was, you know, the progression, all that shit, and I was like, oh, cool. So I got my wife to hop in and play. She played to like level 26. It was legit. It was fair. And then I did a bunch of interviews because people were like, hey, if you're going to be on, why don't you bring some of your former coworkers on? So if you guys aren't aware of it, check out these VODs. I've got a bunch of, it's like 60 hours worth of interviews with former EQ designers and artists and programmers and shit. So check out that YouTube link. And so we did that for a bit. And then after that, we started playing some P99 because people were recommending it. And it was like, okay, this is even better. I like it even better than live. And then from there, we started talking about everything that we liked about the old EQ design, and then we got into UO and Dark Ages, all these other games from that era. And so then we started we started talking about what we would put in a new game if we were to make a new game in the old style. And so if you're not aware of it, we're working on a game called Monsters and Memories, and you can check it out. That's our Discord right there. And this is our website. We're going to have a website revamp coming up in the next month or so. Maybe even this month. Goblin's been doing a lot of work on it. So, yeah, that's my story as it relates to more recent EQ shit. Angel said, I like it. My main MMO of 20 years is Final Fantasy XI. Good game. Which our devs played EQ to get inspiration for the game, so I wanted to see where they got their roots. Oh, makes sense. Abenhus says, yeah, just got back to EQ on Quarm after not playing for like 20 plus years. Welcome back. That's tight. UK Rad says, hey Sean, got my CRPG book the other day. Such a nostalgia hit. Thanks so much for the recommendation. Haven't been able to catch you live in a while. Always lurking. Thank you for that. Yeah, if you're not aware, well shit, I'm not going to bring it up right now. But anyways, there's this great CRPG book that I purchased, and it's like 600 pages, full of screenshots and art and like every CRPG. Super good. Got it from Bitmap Publishing. So, let's see. Angel, thank you for the follow. I gotta figure out what's up with my Streamlabs so I actually hear them. That's the main. That's I don't care if the thing pops up in the middle of the stream, to be honest with you, but it is nice to hear the follows as they happen so I don't miss them. Hey Droop. Let's see. Yeah, Justin Beard. Back in the day, Cheesecake Factories, that was the big splurge. Take your girl to the Cheesecake Factory. Guath says, hey guys, I really want to play Quarm. I haven't played pt.2 or Quarm. My question is the software deal actually virus malware free? Or do you have to disable your antivirus to install it? I didn't disable shit. It ran. I think Shibe says the same thing. Captain Cube says, I just quit playing EQ in January. I've been playing since 99, but I'm tired of all the new stuff and super high levels. Been waiting for Quarm to come out. Tight. Yeah, I'm really excited about the 9-month expansion cycle. If we can somehow convince Secrets to make the cycle even longer, that would be even better. Then slowpokes like me can just kind of go. My biggest problem with the official like EQ TLP so far has just been the rate of expansion. It just goes so fast. No keeping up. But I've got to say, I'd never played a cleric before Eridune. And playing a cleric, the Eridune experience, getting back in, just seeing newbies advancing with the community, all that shit, it was super cool. But we wound up like we quit playing really on Eridune in our 50s, and it just because I felt like I missed a ton of Kunark. I just couldn't keep up. We had more and more stuff going on. I think we had maybe started M&M at that point, and so I just felt like I just felt like it was rushed. 9 months isn't long enough. Next improvement, I'm really slow. I'm a really slow person. I really suck at EverQuest, so, and I got a lot going on. We're making an MMO over here, and so if I'm playing too much EQ, the team's gonna know and they're gonna call me out and they're gonna be like, "What is he doing?" Research. It's research. Gotta get Secrets to make that dad server. Yes, I know everybody loved the concept, so we gotta make that happen. Mox228 said, yeah, the tempo's too quick. To me, 4 to 6 would be better. Yeah, I think for live, especially with them going the full run, that's fair, right? It doesn't have to be as slow as I would like, but Mossy asks, do you find Quarm era accurate? I played on the original EQMax server, so I actually do remember all the weird quirks. I don't have the best recollection. What I've found since I've come back to playing EQ over the recent years is that most of the people that come in that are part of the community have so much better game knowledge and memory of what happened. And after I got off the team in whenever it was 2003, 2004, after Omens, I started working on other shit. I didn't play EQ that much anymore. I slowly just kind of dropped off with my guild. And it was just working on other projects. So the people that come in that have played for 10 years, 20 years or whatever, they're the experts. So I usually wind up asking the community more than I answer shit for the community. But I know Secrets takes this stuff pretty seriously. So bah, what did I do? So if you're interested, that link that I posted to the VODs, I actually do an interview with Secrets, what, a year or two ago? Gwath, if you go to Level Up Larry's YouTube, he's got like a 2-minute install video that's very helpful. Go check out, yeah, go check that out. Larry's got you covered. Angel says, I think 9 months is a good pace for the first release. Gives people time to level up characters, so when the expansions come out, there's less that you have to do when the new expansions come out to stay caught up. I'm actually happy with it being 9 months each time, which is my understanding of how it's going to work. Like I said, I'm pretty slow, so I think that's going to be awesome. Because I'd like to get a legit good feeling Kunark experience again, as opposed to it just felt super rushed last time. I don't remember us being in like Seb for more than a session or two. It was really went in there with Keebs and a couple other folks, and it just felt rushed. What's the population like here? When Green launches, like 5,000 people fighting for a single spawn. At the moment, if you were to pop in right now, it's not super crowded. The last couple of days have been a little crowded, but not horrible. Oakwin Kunark felt so quick. Lugo said, yeah. I can imagine just the pace on the normal TLPs. That's why I've been really wanting a P99 green reboot, but then folks were mentioning Quarm, and it was like I heard little angels singing. Let's see how many people are in here right now. Oops. 51. That's not horrible. Hey, D-Lubs Pudding. What's up? I think I missed. Did you say something above? Yes. Okay. Robot, I always say leveling 1 to 50 are my favorite times in EQ. 51 to 60 are fun, and rating has a special place in my heart, but let's be honest, it's all just to get Twink loot, to do the 1 to 50 loop as a god. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Now that people are leveling up pretty quickly, I could probably head over to Kelethin and get a bind. Gotta fix this European keyboard issue. Seven level 15s. 9 level 14s. 13 level 13s. 20 level 12s. I forget. What am I looking for binds in Kelethin 12? $16. Oh, geez. That's a long way. 12 for pure casters, 14 for priests. Is that accurate? Did I get it right again? Is that two bits of trivia I got right so far today? Damn it. Nick's not even here to see this shit. Zukin, you're my witness. Has anyone tried hardcore mode? I think Larry was doing it. I'm not gonna do it. Yes, 1000% accurate. Don't listen to Zukin. I'm not gonna pick on Zukin. He is my witness. Zukin got this. That's not true, Zukin. Zukin, do not pick on Zukin. Man, I cannot wait for this cast to be off. It's supposed to be next week, I believe. That's the 11th. And then hopefully it being off will mean that I stop doing dumb shit with it on, which will mean then my hand will feel better. Because they were like, you can't garden, you can't work, you can't do household chores. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen. So I've done all those things and more for the last 6 weeks. How did it go, Jasmine? I don't like your tone. I think it went fine. And just because I got a big sausage pinky doesn't mean that it didn't go good. I got a bunch of shit done that you could have done instead, but no, I was being a gentleman. Does anybody know how the EC tunnel will work? Was the bazaar open already? Zukin, I didn't read all the info on that. For some reason, I just assumed that was going to be in era, but want to give a 2-minute Eminem state of the game for us? Uncle Jay, I can try. So we're wrapping up some first pass population work on the second dungeon, which is called Telekir. It is an Ashira dungeon. Wrapping up first pass population work on a new outdoor zone that is Sungreet Strand. It's kind of the shaded dunes of the north. So if you go out to northern Newbie Yard out that gate, then you run into Sungreet Strand. I'll show it off on Thursday if you want to come by. And I'll probably stream my normal time on Thursday as well. I'm a couple hours early tonight, but I just felt like doing that. And then when I get done here, I'll go cook dinner and all that good stuff. But yeah, so we're wrapping up some population work there. We just added a new environment artist who's going to be helping out on getting those zones propped out. Simon's going to be working on boom. Thank you very much. Thank you. Simon's going to be hopping back in and working on one of the remaining districts in Night Harbor, Riverbend. And then we're going to be looking at applying a coat of paint to Night Harbor. Probably scooching some stuff around and reorganizing a few things, accounting for some new ideas and stuff within the districts. We've been pushing pretty hard in the last few days, week or so. You'll see some new things in Character Create. I don't think it's a secret, so I'll just say it. You'll see sound sorry, I was reading Kufu 77's I don't think any level up sound ever sounded as gratifying as EQ1 sound. Yeah, well, I mean, it could be a fart noise, but after all those years of playing EQ, it's definitely ingrained as the sort of dopamine trigger, right? But it's a good sound. The Character Create, you'll see stat allocation, and you'll start to see some trait selection. We're going to go deeper on the RPG side of things in a number of areas. Ali has got a first pass of us recording quest related dialogue into a journal for you. That's going in to make it a little bit easier to track all of the words that the NPCs spew at you. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. We've got 2 designers that are going through another cycle of kind of just testing right now. If that goes well, then we'll be onboarding them. And that will definitely help increase our throughput. We've got a lot of planning to do in the coming weeks. So we'll be working with the team to talk about like the next year or two and how we want to prioritize things and line things up. So what's up, Secrets? We've talked about you a few times. Your name has been invoked a few times. Maybe I dinged, right? Maybe I should go finish buying my spells. Not that I really super need them at the moment, but still. And Uncle Jay, we'll be doing a update that includes last month and the month prior. So we'll be adding that to the website soon. Might be nice to be able to select a level up noise. And then John said that, and then Liz said maybe race specific ones. You know, the fun thing about providing options like that is you don't have to like just nail it perfectly. Put some options out there and maybe there'll be something for everybody. We'll have to see. I wonder what Robert would think about that idea. Walt says, hey guys, when making my TACP account, it has a section to protect the wiki against automated account creation. We kindly ask you to answer a question that appears below. What server is this wiki for? There you go. Secrets, I think I ended up there as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was the video I was watching or whatever. But I eventually figured it out. And on my own. I was very proud. I thought I was going to have to ask Zukin for help for sure. Thought for sure I was going to have something messed up. And then I would just ask Zukin for help. Because he offered to help the team. Where are you going, you son of a... Person said, I can't even kill a mob. Any repeatable quest to get to level 2? Response from Pickles, the quest of killing mobs. What's the difference between this new EQ server and Project 1999 Green Blue? Any differences except it being new? Dark one twitches. Well, this one goes up to planes. And then I'll let I'll let chat explain everything else because they'll do it better job. As I asked, how much are we holding out for on these bone chips? That sweet full platinum piece. I wouldn't mind a full plat. Yeah, D-Love's pudding. I actually asked Jasmine because my pinky on my left hand is like double the size. So I asked Jasmine, I was like, do you think we just need to cut it off? I'll tell everybody it was the Yakuza that did it. The pinky or the cast? The cast is actually just strapped on with this whatever crap. So I've taken it off a few times and more than a few times. Washed my stanky ass hand and probably made things worse, but wait, did I just confuse myself? Did I just come from here? Am I going backwards? I did come from here. Son of a... I didn't even say the word, Jasmine. There we are. Simply Cathy, good morning, man. And good to see you taking time to enjoy yourself. How's Quarm so far in your opinion? Also, how was the launch? The launch was good. Seemed like there weren't a ton of problems. Wait a second. No, I really did just go backwards now. I confused myself. Hey, what's up, Preach? The launch was good. It was late for me and I wasn't... It was, Monday's work day for Jasmine, so I didn't stay up super late, but I was able to get in and check out some stuff, and it was all good. The experience so far is nice. I mean, I want a better third-person camera, and I think that's my only complaint. Dummy. Never mind, it was 9 toes on Morrowind, not 9 fingers. Oh, that's my cousin. Enjoy the clock sounds, everybody. Yeah, I mean, there's third person. It's just not it's not the best third person, unless I'm just doing something wrong. That's okay. I probably wasn't very clear. Let's see. I've got Yelp, I've got Strike, I need Spook the Dead, lol. and cure poison. Since the Dead. I'm excited for stuff like that in M&M. Since the Dead, with mud actions and stuff can be really fun. Speak with the Dead, yeah. What am I looking for again? Law. And Spook the Dead. Is Spook the Dead even here? It may be one of those ones that's... I don't think I've got Divine Aura either. What did I just buy? Fuck, I bought strike. I'll just give it to somebody. Alright, law. Buy. Spook the Dead. Buy. Divine Aura. Buy. Yeah, first I saw it, but when I inspected it, but I didn't have it selected. I had strike selected still. But I did not see Cecil. Oh man, see, I hate that I don't get the I hate that I don't get the update sound on here. McCo's, thank you for the follow. 25 minutes ago, Streamlabs, you failed me. Why are you not working properly, you son of a bitch? Cecil, thank you for the follow. Oh no, 89, thank you for the follow. Oh no. Right on, Cecil. Let's see. Did we see there's resist poison, all that stuff super high level. Did you guys see cure poison? I didn't see cure poison. Cure poison. Bye. Cool. Nice, it got in sync. Their little clockwork hearts got in sync. It's love. Angel said, I've been trying to raise my faction rating with the Priest of Life all morning and somehow it went down when all I did was do quests for them. Is that where you turn in the 2 gold at a time? Because I did that with my cleric on Eridune. It made that was the content of a live stream. Me turning in whatever it was, like 2,000 gold 2 at a time for an hour. Keg Killer 187. That is the most 90s rap name I have heard all day. Keg Killer. Asks how many people are on right now. 1,101, Liz says. Shouldn't the Akanon music be playing? This will be relaxing. I'll take some time to scribe and stuff. Don't forget I'm not on super long tonight. I'm playing earlier than normal. For those of you that aren't regulars here, usually I'm streaming the development of Monsters and Memories. And by streaming the development of, what I really mean is I'm mainly showing off the team's work while poking at some work on my end, fairly ineffectively. But it's, you know, a couple, 2-3 hours of you getting to see the game and ask questions. And so you can check out our website here and our Discord here. If you're not familiar with our game, it's pretty badass. Is this? Yeah, this is strike. You go in the bag. You go in the book. Danaha, is that how I pronounce your name? Danaja? Phenom? Thank you for the follow, first of all, 3 minutes ago. Again, not hearing when that happened, so I'm a bit slow on the draw, partner. I just had the audio was fine for me so far. I had music turned off because all the music's doing for me is combat music out in Steam font. It's not really moody. I pronounced it great. Was it the first time? Dinaha? Most importantly, does it have gems for when you're staring at your book? I have not tried. If you type combat off, it turns combat music off. Romulus, thank you for that. Dinaja. Dinaja. Nice. Okay. It was the second one that I did then. Let's do combat off. Combat music is now off. Hey, Turnip Gin. TYMTW just got on. Is this regular EQ or TLP, P99, etc.? It is Project Quarm. Keith, I dare and I will. Zukin has confirmed that it does have gems. There we go. Turnip, I apologize. Yeah, for those of you that weren't aware, I relinquished my affiliate status because German tax law and other bullshit related to healthcare and all this other nonsense just makes it a little too sketchy to receive income from Twitch in any way, shape, or form, to be honest. I appreciated all of the subs. It's been nice. It was helpful. We used it to just pay for M&M stuff, like the various software we use. It helped chip away at that. So that was very nice of you. Appreciate all the support. Sorry, like I didn't even think about the fact that it was gonna kill the fact that it shows how long people have been subbing for. And right after I got the email back from Twitch, I was like, hey, we went ahead and nuked it for you. Like that registered, and I felt so bad. So for those of you that have been around since like month 1, really appreciate it. I wish there was an easier way to kind of memorialize or show that dedication, but yeah, the German 50% tax is no joke. Yeah, it's wacky too, right? Because it's not even like, I guess I've got to like register as a small business, and then I've got to pay them the 50%, and then there's potential implications with healthcare and like all this nonsense. And I'm just like, oh. Yeah, it still lets you kind of sub or whatever. It's Hashpipe, thank you for 36 months. It's gonna just refund your shit. I think if you've got like an ongoing something or another, it lets you click the button, but then it should refund you. So a loving robot. All Twitch money was used on booze. Success unlocked. But why? I just explained it like 1 minute ago, Hashpipe. Gosh, man. People are telling me that people are telling me that they're getting like refund messages and stuff. So, I don't know. Oh shit. Broken hand almost got me killed. Yeah, I don't know, but like I was talking to Nicodemus recently, just a day or two, no, like 2 days ago or something like that. And he hadn't gotten his refund thing either, and then like the next day he was like, "Oh, and I got a message." So okay, cool. Oops, I went the way I came, and that's not the correct way. One of these days, when the team feels comfortable with it, we'll put up our merch store, and you guys can buy some wonderful Monsters and Memories merch, and then you can feel like you've got something to sort of like show that you were here back in the day. But Hashpipe buddy, we gotta catch up. We gotta catch up. D Loves Pudding says, "Can't wait for the Monsters and Memories COD piece." Yeah, well. You will be able to prance around and live out your greatest David Bowie fantasies. Quizum said, "Would love to grab a t-shirt." Yeah, you know what? The thing is, we've resisted putting up the merch store for everybody. Now we've bought some merch. We've got some cool stuff to test it out. We've resisted selling merch just because we didn't want anybody to feel like we're trying to, you know, sell you the dream and not have a game to show. So we can Star Citizen you any day. Well, if you've got $200 million to invest in our game, what is Star Citizen's literally at some oh, you know, we may put that on maybe we should put that as like the #1 item on the shop. It should just be a t-shirt that says I supported Monsters and Memories, and all I got was the stupid t-shirt. then we can't, then we're like, and we warned you. It was the first item on the shop, dumbass. As my grandmother would say. My grandmother loves to toss out that dumbass. Star Citizen has raised over 600 million? Jeez. We just need, if we had 1% of that shit, everybody would be full time. We'd have this thing knocked out, banged out. Oh yeah. Unchained for sure. When she says it, it is definitely in the spirit. Hebrew Hammer said, "I think the community would love to contribute. I think Eminem has been extremely open and honest on where they are, on what they're looking to do, etc. I've been surprised you guys didn't have a way to support. Definitely get some Eminem gear." I think the main thing, you know, that I don't want to say the main thing, but there is a reality to the support, right? And so there hasn't been a situation, and maybe this is like being too honest or whatever. there hasn't been a situation in terms of that sort of support to date where it felt like the degree of support would be such that it would really super move the needle. And thus be worth potentially, you know, blowing that goodwill or not being able to basically say, hey, we, you know, we're not taking any cash. Yeah. Right. And then the opportunities that we've seen to date, or the discussions that we've seen to date with other companies, just haven't, you know, publishers and stuff haven't made sense. Damn. Jaboner over here. Oh shit. I'm gonna run this off really quick. Do I remember Brotherhood of the Spider? Carrot Shank, I do not. And thank you for the follow. Nick in RV, thank you for the follow as well. Zukin says I was in the Rift and Age of Conan branch of that guild. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so the thing is, the name sounds familiar, but it's a cool name, and for whatever reason, I'm like, am I just familiar with it because of a fantasy novel I read, or am I thinking of the guild or whatever? Brotherhood of the Spider was the first guild to wake the sleeper, Turnip said. I thought that was whatchamacallit. Shit. Don't tell me. I'll remember. Not FOH. My God, we've gone through this story so many times on an interview. I know if you want to know. Acer Wolf, give me one more second. It wasn't Legacy of Steel. Oh my God, it wasn't Afterlife. We just talked about it in Paul's interview. I knew it every interview until this very Conquest, Nick. Thank you. Thank you. See, Nick comes in when I don't know something. Nick, I was getting everything right earlier, and you weren't even here to witness it. He doesn't believe me. Who was asking that a second ago? This is Project Quarm. Carrot. I think it was you asking earlier as well. Yeah, the first awakening of the sleeper was accidental because I don't think we didn't have a command that allowed us to kill mobs. Either that or Paul used the wrong one when they told him to /kill the warder or warden. So using /kill at the time, I believe killed it as if it was just killed by a player, like it died. It legitimately died. It didn't it didn't just make it disappear or poof. And the trigger was looking for on death, essentially. Yeah, it was the Paul interview. Hey, Ralos. Awesome. I'm glad you're keeping tabs on things. Yep, Paul Carrico did in fact wake the sleeper first. Frisnick. GM Frisnick. And it was such an amazing shit show behind the scenes when that happened. Enzo is Quarm. Hey, Goblin. Enzo, I was on the team from right around Luckland. Well, I was an apprentice working on Luckland, and before that, apprentice to an apprentice prior to Luckland, through Omens of War, but I did not work on Gates of Discord. That was my brief tenure on the team. Yeah, it was a pretty good time. It's stressful, a lot of work. But not Gates of Discord. Nice dodge. Well, it's true. It's true. What thing in game exists directly because of me? I would, okay, the only way to appropriately answer that is like something that I implemented, not something that I was leadership on the team for or whatever. Yeah, when I was an apprentice, stuffed in an office with a couple other guys, they said, hey, we forgot to make the Beast Lord epic because they were still trying to make the Beast Lord like right before Luckland shipped. They're like, you need to put in the epic quest. It needs to be done. It needs to be in and tested by the end of the week. So, Beast Lord epic. Implemented a lot of Charval and Luckland. As Turnip said, Big Worm. Implemented Big Worm in the Deep. Because one of my office mates, who is the spell guy at the time, was implementing the Deep and said he didn't have enough content in there. And he was like, hey, put something over here. And as soon as I saw that long ass tunnel, I knew I was going to put a big ass worm in it. People are like, how do you guys come up with content? How do you come up with ideas for a game? There's a big tunnel there. I wonder if I could fill it with a worm. So, I did the basement and Shreza Temple. How do you come up with content? Lack of sleep. Yeah. Mountain Dew. At the time, though, I think it was just Red Bull. I don't think I was drinking much Mountain Dew. It was like Pepsi. Yeah, if you haven't watched them, I'll recommend it again if you're new here. There's like 60 hours worth of interviews with EQ designers and programmers and stuff right there on that link. So. And honestly, there's a lot of stuff that was just kind of, I mean, a lot of stuff is seat of your pants, or at least that's the way it was for us at that time in EQ. You know, it was just, when I was doing the cursed, really, it was just weird shit. Like, and it was cool to have the spell guy sitting right next to me. I was like, hey, have we ever done like a mass fear before? Or not fear, sorry. Have we ever done a mass charm? Because the idea was like, would love to do a charm, especially if you've got these people that are all geared up. If we can get them to all kill each other, that would be a ton of fun for me. Right? Like, so mass charm crashed the server initially for a bit, but then we got it working. And then mass feign death, I just thought it was funny. All right. That's how much thought went into the design of some of those abilities. And just, you know, make them hard as shit and see what happens. We had a rough idea of like the amount of DPS a guild could do at the time and how much DPS a guild could absorb at a time, and get it in the ballpark, and then nudge the volume to 11 a little bit and see what clever shit they do to figure out how to beat it. So yeah, that was a couple things. If you watch interviews, you'll see Rich Waters and I revamped Chardock over a weekend. That was fun. Speaking of charm, do you know who first thought of the dire charm line? First shown in Velius. Nope. I thought a couple people worked on that zone. Poe may actually know, but he's never wanted to do an interview. I think Polk worked on that zone and he's never done an interview. So. I'm trying to think. I don't remember if GZ was still around at that point. You now measure your age in oozens. We'll have to break out the oozing calculator. Excuse me. Hey, what's up, Ishiwatari? Unfortunately, you're not going to see me for very long tonight, buddy. I'm going to get out of here in the not too distant future and make some dinner. So I don't do like I did last night. I was on a voice call and we were talking about some stuff and I was like, I've got to start dinner soon. A couple hours later. A couple hours later we had some ravioli out of a can. Better than fart scream. Crack staff, I am loaded. I forgot how Fart Scream came to be. It's been a while. Acer Wolf, thank you for the follow. Was it something about... We said something about the ice cream tasting like farts? That's been like a year or so ago. Maybe even longer. Any plans for the M&M Guild? If we can get enough people... If we can get enough people together, then maybe we can resurrect Cozy. If Secrets is still out there, maybe sneak in and bestow that upon one of us sometime. What's the population on Quarm look like? Pretty solid. So on Eridune, we had a guild and it was called Cozy, and we really didn't do anything with it, and not many people joined. So that was the pre-M&M guild. I don't know. Let's look. It does not. Unless I did it wrong. Kuza asks, any heals 8+ for Minotaurs? One day that will be me. Oh shit, I got some loot to sell. I ran bug finders, who contain nearly all the frog locks when you guys tested LOI on the test server. Why does that sentence seem strangely structured to me? Liz, you ran bug finders who contain nearly all the frog locks. Okay, you ran bug finders, the guild, and it contained nearly all of the frog locks that were in testing within that organization. Yes? Nice. Yeah, that was a fast one. That was a very quick expansion. At some point I'll start working on some trade skills and stuff, but we're just getting started here. Was it Smed that said 4 months? Yep, he asked us, could we get an expansion done in 4 months? At which point we were like, what in the... And then we complained a lot because we did that constantly behind the scenes. All we did was complain. And then we got back to him and was like, yeah, we could probably do it. But how are we going to get a box made? And that's when it was... I think it might have been Hartzman. Or maybe it was Smed. I don't know. At some point I've got to interview him. And it's like, let's do digital download. Yeah, but the whole idea was we needed to do an expansion in 4 months because Star Wars Galaxies was going to be late. Which did not please us either. Any advice you would give your younger self as you go to college for game design? I did not go to college for game design, but if my younger self did go to college for game design, advice I would give myself, be nicer to people, be less up my own ass in terms of when I got into the industry, I was super fortunate to go straight into EverQuest, and now by fortunate I mean it was my decision to move from Alabama to California without like securing a job or having a great plan or any of that shit. So there were leaps of faith that I made, and there was a lot of hard work early on. You know, essentially I would finish my customer service shift and just stay there till like 3-4 in the morning, go home and sleep for a while, come back and do customer service again, right? And so I definitely got the opportunity because of shit I did, but I also just got lucky in terms of timing. And so when I got on the team, because EQ was such a big deal at the time, I immediately thought I knew everything, and really got high on my own supply. And I think if I could go back and tell myself some stuff and actually have me listen to me, I'd say probably just try to be a lot more chill and understanding, listen to people a bit better, be chill a little bit on the ego. I would also tell myself to save my royalty checks, because I didn't realize at the time that that was a very unique experience and I wasn't going to get royalties at other companies, even if those games were profitable. So the money that I got during the EQ era, I probably should have just invested or saved better. So that would have been good. I think immersing myself more in sort of productive aspects of the industry might have been good. Doing a better job of looking at which games to invest a ton of time in and which games are just kind of wastes of time, because you don't get your time back, I realize now. Acer, are you going to... You got a nephew that just got started? Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean... The main things that I learned was, you know, it's... You can definitely make a way for yourself in the industry through hard work, but a lot of really hardworking people get ignored. So... You know, there's a fair amount of social engineering and meeting people. I did a lot of calling people out when I was first in the industry, and so this may not be applicable to your nephew, but I was just like, there's a lot of, hey, you're wrong, you know, and I think you're full of shit, or a lot of bridge burning early on, because I was like, I don't give a shit if I ever work with this person again. And then years later, I realized it's a small industry. And even if those people were cool and still worked with me, or were at companies where I could still get a foot in the door, I didn't necessarily burn the bridge. I look back and I was like, man, that's unnecessary. And what if I had a better relationship? I've watched a lot of people be really successful just because they're really nice people, and they've got the good work ethic. They do grind. They are hustlers, but one of the greatest attributes that I've seen be successful for people is just like being really kind and empathetic, and then being, basically just being a good person, on top of then looking out for themselves and being a hustler and doing the work and all that stuff. So People should be called out though. Can't let bullshit go rampant. Yeah, but you've gotta make sure that the bullshit's bullshit and not just something you disagree with. Because it could be that in calling bullshit on somebody, you're really the one that's bullshit, right? And then yeah, there are better and worse ways of calling stuff out. Being tactful, as Sneaky Pete says, is it's helpful. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you want to, you can do it however you want to do it. But some of the people were right. And if you've watched some of the previous streams where we talked about changes to EQ that happened around Planes of Power era, you know, we did the best that we could, and we made the decisions that we made at the time, and I think a lot of them turned out to be interesting or turned out well enough and are things that industry still uses, but it didn't necessarily make EQ the best game it could have been longer term. And a lot of that's hindsight for sure, but we did have people like our old studio head who was pushing for some of the stuff that we look back on and go, oh, he actually was kind of right. And, you know, there are some other people on the team that was just like, they were more sort of the role players and more into the virtual world part of things and more the sense of place and all of that stuff. And we're like, you know, STFU, you're not rating. So what do you know? That kind of stuff. So there's a lot of shit like that. It's just, I don't know. I mean, overall, I don't have any regrets. So it's not, I'm just giving random advice. Hieroglyphic, thank you for the follow. I need you guys to do me a favor. Look and see who's streaming some EQ right now. First of all, any of our team dudes streaming at the moment? Zukin, Goblin, anybody? So I think most folks are probably looking to see some EQ. Brown Butcher, are you streaming? Cool. So what we're gonna do is we're going to raid you because I gotta get up and make some dinner now. It's time for me to make dinner. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark, and I said I was gonna do a short one. Those of you that are just tuning in for the first time, Thursday we'll be back to Monsters and Memories stuff, so just keep that in mind. If you see me on, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go check that out. You can see Monsters and Memories if you're interested. If you're not interested, then, you know, just find some EQ to watch. We don't mind. All right, so let's raid Brown Butcher because we love him, and then I'm gonna go cook. D loves pudding. I know you're interested. Jay Harvey, thank you for the follow. Let me make sure that I don't screw this up. Where's the raid button? Cool. And I'll hang out for a minute in Brown Butcher's chat, and then we can do our goodbyes. Usually we say goodbye in the stream. It's quaint. So let's do it. You're very welcome, Acer Wolf. And hit up my Discord if you or your nephew ever have any more questions about industry or any of that shit. Hit up my Discord, or if that doesn't work, hit me up in the M&M Discord. I'm always happy to help out. See you, Liz. All right, we're gonna raid now. Brown Butcher. Start the raid. Let's do it. Auf Wiedersehen, Ishuatari. Tschüsschen. Oh, there was a whole bunch of you in here. Holy shit. Raid now.